Today we're talking about solving two-step equations. This is lesson 4 from our unit right now, so please make sure that you have solving two-step equations L4 written in your notebook. A balloon company charges $2 for each balloon in an arrangement and $3 delivery fee. You have $9 to spend. So what should your equation look like? Okay, so let's go back and let's look at the information. A balloon company charges $2 for each balloon in an arrangement. Okay, and a $3 delivery fee. So $2 times our number of balloons. We don't know how many balloons we're going to buy, plus the $3 delivery fee, and that's going to equal our $9 that we can spend in all. Okay, so how many balloons can we buy? If we just think about balloons, we don't want to look at the delivery fee. We can take the delivery fee off of our $9, which means we'd be left with $2 per balloon, and I have $6 to spend. So we can divide by 2, and therefore our number of balloons would equal 3. So we could order 3 balloons. What would change if the delivery charge was only $1? The amount of balloons that we could buy would increase because we are only spending $1 now on the delivery fee. So if we take the delivery fee off, we're left with $2 per balloon equaling $8. So we can divide $8 by 2, and we know we're going to get 4 balloons. So this is what we call a two-step equation because there are 2 different options. Because when we take the first thing off, addition or subtraction, that's the first step, and then multiplication and division is the second. So to solve two-step equations, you undo the operations in reverse order of operations. Meaning, so normally we would multiply and divide first, this time we add and subtract. Let's look at a few examples just so you get what I'm saying. So normally we would multiply or divide and then add or subtract. In this case, we subtract first. Why? Because we want to get our like terms together, and 3 and 9 are like terms. So if I take 3 away from 3, I get 0, and if I take 3 away from 9, I get 6. So all that's left over here is 2x. So I have 2 groups of x equaling 6. So if I divide by 2, I get x equaling 3. Okay, remember you're balancing the equation. You can make these lines to help you remember to balance. So whatever you do on one side, you do to the other. Make sure on this example that you show these lines here to kind of keep you balanced. So take 2 away from both sides. I'm left with 21 over here. I'm left with 3x over here. Divide by 3 on both sides. I'm left with x equaling 7. Can I check my work on these? Sure, plug 7 back in. So 3 times 7 gives me 21, plus 2 gives me 23, so it works. Okay, and there I used order of operations. I multiplied first, and then I added second. Okay, down here, what's the first step? What do you see? Should I subtract to get 3 with 7, or should I add to get 3 with 7? I'm going to add 7 to both sides. So I get 10 on this side, and negative 2y on this side, divide by negative 2, and I get y equals negative 5. Over here, I've got a 4 and a negative 1. So how do I get 4 away from the 1/5 x? I subtract 4 on both sides. I'm left with 1/5 x equaling negative 5. How do I get rid of a 1/5? I multiply by 5 over 1. So when I multiply by 5 over 1 on both sides, this cancels out. I'm left with x equaling, and a negative times a positive is a negative, and 5 times 5 is 25 over 1 would just be, again, negative 25. All right, you try these 4. Go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to be back in just a second with the answers, so make sure you paused. All right, here we go. So the first step in all of these is to make sure that our 2 integers are together, okay? We're combining our like terms. In these cases, they're all integers. We're not working with any rational numbers other than integers. So to get rid of positive 4, I take 4 away from both sides. This is gone. I'm left with 2x equaling positive 6. Then the next step is to multiply or divide. In this case, we're dividing, and I'm left with x equals 3. Over here, we're left with a negative 5s because I'm taking away 8 from both sides. On this side, I'm left with a negative 10 because negative 2 and negative 10 together, or negative 8 together make negative 10. I'm going to divide by negative 5 on both sides, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. Over here, this is a negative 2, so I have to add 2 to this side, so I'm left with 2/3 w equaling 12 on this side. Then I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which would be 3/2, and I'm going to simplify within the problem. 12 divided by 2 is 6, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 times 3 gives us 18, and so our w equals 18. Over here, I get 4x equaling, and this would be 13 minus 5, so 8. Divide by 4 on both sides, and I'm left with x equaling 2. Okay, so let's look at a situation. Tanya had her birthday party at the movies. It cost $27 for pizza. Okay, so we know that. And it cost her $8.50 per friend. She has a total that she spent of $78. So the cost of the pizza plus the number of friends times $8.50 equals our total. So the pizza was $27 plus $8.50 per friend. So let's put in F as our variable, and that equals our total of $78. So that's the equation that we're going to use. So the first step would be to combine like terms. We know that we've already spent $27 on pizza. So let's get rid of the pizza, and now we're left with $8.50 per friend, and we're left with 51 as our total that we spent on just the movies. We spent 27 on pizza, so if we take the 27 away from our 78, we spent $8.50 per friend, equaling $51. So if we take and we divide by $8.50, okay, so take your calculator if you need to, 51, and you're going to divide that by $8.50. Oops, I did the wrong thing. 51 would be 6 people. So she brought 6 friends. Okay, go ahead and try this one for me. Okay, I'll be back in just a second to show you the answer. So the first step is write the equation, and then the second step is to actually solve it. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go through it right now. Lewis's cell phone plan costs $39 per month. Text message costs additional 15 cents each. So we know that this is 1 month's bill, $55.05. So $55.05 equals the $39 that he spends off the bat for just having the phone plan, and then 15 cents for each text. Let's use T for text. Okay, or actually let's use M because T kind of looks like a plus sign, and I hate using that. So let's use M instead of for message. Okay, so the first thing that we need to figure out is how much we actually spent on just the messages. So let's take the 39 away from our original $55.05 because then that takes the plan away. Now we know that we spent $16.05 alone on messaging. So if we spend 15 cents per message, we can divide the $16.05 by 15 cents. So divide by 15 cents and we get 107 messages. Okay? So the first step was to write the equation. The second step is to solve it. Okay? Make sure that you always have a label because labels are important. And I will see you next time.